Hey, welcome back to the Adventist Review. I'm Shawn Boonstra.
I'm Justin Kim.
Yep, he is, and he's my boss, and today he's keeping me in line. That's what's happening today. If I don't
With
do
my
well
elbows.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
Moments later.
We'll talk about his elbows in a moment. Don't forget, folks, to write in and ask about Justin's elbows. Some sad news today, and we will get to what happened with your church today all around the world. It was Finance Day, but before we get to the finances, a little bit of a hiccup in today, right?
Yeah, we were walking in from the parking lot, and if you all can pray for Nancy Wilson, she's the former president, Ted Wilson's wife. It was actually Siku, our other associate editor. She was there with Mrs. Wilson. Mrs. Wilson was on the ground, and she had slipped on something.
It's raining out there today.
It was raining. It was a little slippery, and I think something to her hip.
Yeah.
And she was joking around a little bit, but when the ambulance came and they moved her,
she was in pain. It was pretty obvious.
It was not easy to see.
So story is she may need surgery. I don't know if that's rumor or not, but I do know this.
We just pray for her.
Pray for Nancy Wilson.
Yeah.
It was not a good day for the Wilsons today.
Yeah, for sure.
And then finances. It seems like there's this phenomenon in the news. People have commented on it. It's the now
love your transition.
And now this phenomenon in news.
Yeah.
So you'll have like, oh, there was a tsunami in Asia that killed 1,000 people this morning, and now this, and they cut to puppies. I know. So sorry, Wilsons. It is very serious. We are praying for Nancy. Remember to pray for Nancy. But today was Money
finances.
Day.
Are we good? Are we green? Are we black?
Yeah,
are we
are.
red?
Look, I took screenshots and stuff and paid attention because
you're pretty good at your job. You should.
I should work at the review.
You should work at the review.
I should work at the review.
Yeah.
Now he emphasized today. Look, money's mundane to a lot of people, but this is how we fund mission, right?
Yeah.
And he talked about intelligence study. We want to make evidence-based decisions for how we use God's resources, and that was very heartwarming to me. Make good decisions to maximize the impact in mission. So then, before he got into the nitty-gritty, Tim Aka got up and he discussed this phenomenon that most of the world is moving away from American finances. He publicly doubted that the U.S. dollar will ever lose its reserve currency status, but he said the playing field has changed. For example, when some countries like Russia finds out that they can overnight be removed from American economic systems like the SWIFT system, there's some pushback. It's like, oh, do we want America calling shots on every economy in the world? And Tim didn't speculate. I was proud of him. No prophetic speculation. He said, and we know what may be coming, what is coming one day with the second beast and so on. So pay attention to that. So there was how many Treasury reports do you see prophetic insight?
By the way, Tim Aka is one of the associate treasurers. He is in charge of investment. And I know there's a lot of people who are like, why is the Adventist Church getting into investment? But if we just keep our finances, our money, and just keep it underneath our mattresses, we end up losing money.
Well, the last 4 or 5 years should demonstrate why you don't keep it under your mattress.
That's right.
U.S. dollar lost, 20% of its value in the last 4 years just through inflation.
To maintain the church finances, keeping it invested is the wise thing to do. But their office makes sure that those investments are in...
they're not in gambling, they're not in tobacco, and they're not in whiskey.
And they do all the research and make sure they're not with pornography or alcohol or casinos or whatnot, and their investments are sound.
Yep.
So I think that's a little nuance that maybe some people may not know of. It comes up at the GC session floor always, like, hey, why is the church in investing? This isn't stocks, this isn't anything, this is
I didn't hear that today. I might have to go back and watch the tapes again. Maybe you need to watch the tapes too. Look, I understand a lot of people kind of check out when they see bullet points and numbers and graphs and pie charts and stuff. You should look at it.
I do.
Do you really?
Yeah. Treasurer report is, God bless him, man.
That would explain why my paycheck at the Adventist Review jingles when I get it. It's just like, I almost had enough. I almost had enough to get cashews out of the machine down the hall here today.
Those are organic cashews, high quality.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Who puts the cashews in the hallway? Here, there's a cashew vending machine down here.
It's sustainable. It's anyway, whatever.
We're kind of wandering off base here. All right.
They're good. They taste good.
Then we had reports, cash and investments, represent 80% of the Seventh-day Adventist Church's assets, and those grew by 7% in the last quinquennium. So
that's good, right?
Yep, it is good.
Okay.
Tithe has been going up, and the
good.
only complaint was it didn't go up as fast as we wanted it to. But it's going up. That's a sign God's people are being faithful. It's a good sign for mission. Net assets increased by $10.3 million.
That's
But
good.
if you take out unrealized gains, so you mentioned, investments and so on, we can't call that an increase until your house is an unrealized gain. You don't really know what it's worth till you sell it, right? So take that out, tithe without investments and what have you, still up by $1.1 million.
That's good.
The church has 12 months of working capital. And so in other words, if no more money came in, it'd go another year. Policy says 6 months, but your church is aiming to do much better than that and double it.
Cool.
9.5 months of liquid assets. Policy says have 3. They're pushing toward 12. So it's almost like a Joseph scenario. Get ready.
The 7 years thing?
7 years and 7 years, but be ready. Then we had a report from the GC session. Sabrina got up, D'Souza, and Paul actually joked. He said, and yes, Sabrina's going to address the food at the GC session. I don't know if you were at the GC session, folks, or had friends there.
Yeah, let us know your comments about the food.
What did you think about the food at GC session?
That has been the buzz around here, the food.
Yeah.
We had a whole article about the food. Anyway, so go
Did
ahead.
we really?
Yeah.
I was on staff. I failed to read the article.
Yeah.
I did eat the food.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
The food.
Yeah. Here's what they're doing about the food, though. They heard the complaints. 44% of attendees hated the food.
Wow.
43 didn't like the food.
That's high. That's
and
bad.
44% complained that it was the same thing every day throughout the whole session.
Very bad.
So
it was beans, watery beans,
dry
beans, sticky
refried
beans, refried beans,
raw beans,
beans,
jumping
black
beans. No, there were no jumping beans. That's unclean. Yeah. But here's what they're doing here at annual council. They are serving the delegates with their delicate stomachs down the hall in sort of what was a regular cafeteria here at one point in the ancient past. But what they're doing is sampling different meals every day from all parts of the world. And at the end, you're supposed to vote. Did you like that meal? And what the delegates are doing here is literally choosing the menu for GC session
in 5 years.
Yeah.
Wow,
so they're taking the votes.
Prepared.
And they say this time, if you complain, it's on you because we're serving what you asked for.
Okay.
Pretty smart, Sabrina.
That's good.
Pretty smart. So.
That's good. Sabrina D'Souza is one of the associate treasurers of the General Conference, and she's in charge of all the logistical things. She's in charge of the Adventist app, the Adventist events, and she's just a very logistical person. She's just great, and she's helped us out at Adventist Review.
She also helped us set up this studio here in the atrium.
Yeah.
She helped this happen. If you like what happened, even if you don't like us, thanks, Sabrina. Would you just drop her a little note? Thank you for putting Shawn and Justin in the atrium. That was nice.
Yeah,
that's a kind thing to do.
Sure.
91% of people at GC session surveyed thought GC session was effective.
Oh, wow.
What Adventist event have you ever been to that had a 91% approval rating? Not only 9% of people said, no, we didn't like it. So if you're seeing flashes, I don't know if you can see it on camera, they're taking official portraits on the other side of the camera. It's not a lightning storm in Silver Spring, Maryland.
We have the world leaders all coming around here, and sometimes we don't know who these world leaders are. So having a photo, kind of a little yearbook kind of helps us kind of be familiar with who they are.
And maybe you can't hear it out there, but every time the flash goes too, there's a little beep. Yeah. And I'm distracted by it because I'm easily distracted. All right. 91% thought GC session was effective. The GC planned to raise $2.1 million in revenue in St. Louis, booth sales. Everybody and their dog has a booth. They did 2.2. They did better than expected.
Good.
They budgeted $8.7 million for expenses. I mean, it's the whole world church coming to. And in today's day and age, I know that, in my house, I won't earn that in all my working days, ever. $8.7 million, it's a lot of money. But for an event that big, not that big. They saved almost $1 million. They came in $1 million under budget on expenses.
Good.
They spent 4.1 in technology. There was an app. That app is still being used, by the way, to inform people that are participating what happens each day. There's an app here or a website here.
Well, it was the GC Session app, and then they rebranded it as the Adventist events app. So for all things like annual council, fall council, spring council, winter council, there's no winter council, summer council, they will use this app and repurpose it. So
and you will know, if you get that app, you will know when Justin Kim's about to appear on the platform in the big auditorium.
And I think our
behind
stuff is on there too. Yeah.
Are we on there? We're on there.
We're going to be on there too.
GC app. All right. 43,954 hotel nights in St. Louis across 34 hotels. I found all that stuff really fascinating.
Yeah.
3,700 people ate at those meals on average every day.
Really?
Yeah, 3,700. 44% of them did not care for what they had.
Yeah.
That's a lot of complaint. So 43% found the meals unsatisfactory. 44% thought variety was lacking. And I'll give an amen. I'm in that camp.
And the beans and the beans.
I'm not that fussy, but it was a lot of beans. It was a lot of beans. So, what else? Oh, Richard Stevenson got up and talked about the way that they're mobilizing digital resources worldwide and really encouraging digital evangelists, young evangelists around the world to participate in online evangelism. And they've raised $3.8 million to fund that globally. 100% of that money goes out to the field. So a number of projects. East Central Africa Division is challenging their young people, 1 million of them, to become digital missionaries and use social media to reach people for Christ.
Shawn, one thing that I really appreciate about this annual council is there's this digital push for evangelism. It doesn't feel like a push. It feels like it's already understood.
It's natural.
It's natural.
It's an organic.
Whereas before it was like, hey, this is important, do it. But now it's like, it's already being done. We just now got to work together and synchronize together.
Yeah,
and I like that. Like, it's like a click. We shifted in that understanding.
And working together is a big theme here. Integration for mission. Yeah, it is. And it did feel organic. You're completely right. It used to be, we need to learn social media.
Exactly.
Nah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Eurasia, they have something called the Mission Nicodemus Project. They're using social media. The target is to reach, and this is a tough field, 14,500 secular people using 640 digital missionaries. So that's a tough one. They're focusing on 8 cities, including St. Petersburg. South American Division, they're building an Adventist city in the Roblox game. Roblox is, I understand, like Minecraft. I've not been in there, but it's got social networking and stuff, and they're building an Adventist city.
Blocks in it.
It's got blocks in it. Yep.
Roblox.
Roblox.
I don't
You play Roblox?
No, I don't know.
I have never played Roblox.
Minecraft, yeah.
I've played Minecraft. I wanted to relate to the kid that loved Minecraft, and it's like the world's biggest Lego set, so you have to excuse me. It really is fun. NAD, their report was we're partnering with other divisions, sharing resources. Southern Asia, SSD, is asking 20% of their membership to become digital evangelists.
Cool.
So that's pretty big.
Yep.
Use of tithe, this one was encouraging to me. Today we talked about use of tithe from the platform. And the church, you should know, polices this. And that's the right word, and it's an appropriate policing. Is the tithe being used the way we've been counseled? Is it for pastors and ministers and evangelists, missionaries? Because we have counsel that says that's what the tithe is primarily to be used for.
Yep.
And so they revealed today, there's a trend they're not happy about. There seems to be a little too much increase in operational expenses. Some of those are legitimate. But they want to make sure we go back to this is primarily about mission.
Which I appreciate. We have all this good news coming out of the finances. It's a little boring, a lot of detail. But the conclusion is that, hey, there's these positive results, but there's a little bit of negative, and we got to work on the negative, which is a pretty realistic picture on the world picture, the world church.
That came out of auditing. Actually, auditing gave a report today. Robin Kajura got up.
Yeah.
And brilliant report. Robin, really good. But some people noticed, hey, something like, I'm doing the math here, 84% have good audits in our institutions worldwide. 61% get a standard opinion. That's the nice way of saying, we agree, you're clean. 23% qualified opinion for minor issues in those churches, like, I don't know, they filled in a form incorrectly. Okay. It's pretty small stuff. There's a tiny 2% adverse. And so there was some discussion and murmuring on the floor.
2%.
Well, there was also 14 disclaimed, which means that there wasn't enough documentation to give an educated opinion. So 16% isn't where we should be. And the floor said, here's what we think we should do. Somebody moved, look, let's strike up a commission. We think GCAS, that's the auditing service, is doing a brilliant job. They've got 360 people around the world making sure that we are ethical and legal wherever we operate. But the feeling here today is it should be 100% with Seventh-day Adventist compliance.
Yeah, it should.
100%. And so there's a lot of talk about what are we going to do. And I can't remember if this motion passed. Watch the tapes to find out. But the idea was next annual council, we want a comprehensive plan to make sure we hit 100%. So
Cool.
that, a lot of it, I just got to tell you folks, I know you hear rumors about the church and it's untoward and secret things happen, and it's all a bunch of baloney. Come here, watch the thing online. You'll be proud of how your church handles itself. Yes,
Amen.
it's run by human beings. Yes, we are fallible and we make mistakes. However, you'd be proud of how diligent and godly, God-fearing the people that are administering your church really are.
Amen.
Yeah,
Amen.
They really are. All right, and then at 3:20, the most important report of the entire annual council took place. And what was that?
The Adventist Review. The Adventist Review did a report. Sometimes they ask different departments, different institutions, different entities. I think we're an entity. I don't know what the difference between the three are officially, but to give a report. And so Shawn, myself, and Siku, we went up to the front, and
You woke everybody up because
these
we had
guys,
the
man,
report at
I feel
3.
bad for them, and they're in like meetings. They're jet lagged. They're tired, and so we just did something a little to wake them up. And we gave a kind of a comprehensive report, not comprehensive, an overall overview report on who we are and what we're trying to do.
Shared the new branding at the Adventist Review, the combining of the magazines, and you've heard that from us. I believe at GC Session we talked about that too. Go back and watch those tapes.
And our magazines are on WhatsApp now, so you can English, Swahili, Spanish, and working on other languages also, but you can get it on your business channel. So there's a section where you go on updates, and you can see all your media there, and it's a great way to get your what magazine? The review in your pocket, as Siku says.
The editor of the Adventist Review, friends, right there. Can't remember.
It's been a long day.
It has been a long day. The other thing we talked about media, which you've thrown me into that arena.
Yep.
We're going to really grow that area because that's where people congregate and talk these days, and we're going to reveal what's going on in the world field and show people, hey, the church is moving forward, they're working hard, and things are going well, and we want to highlight that. We want all of us to have a sense of ownership in this church and realize we've all been called as missionaries.
Amen.
So that was, and Siku shared today about the WhatsApp and so on. Just generally a good day.
Yeah.
And I know we reported this yesterday, but I'm just happy. Everybody seems surprised I'm still in the building. But I got reappointed yesterday, and I think I'm safe for like 5 years, right? Unless I embezzle funds or do something stupid.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can always get fired.
It's like, what does it take to fire me?
Shawn,
Like, that's pretty hard, right?
It's you never know when.
And I'm gone?
Yeah.
Pray for me. He's mean. He elbows people. Watch the tapes. You'll see what I mean.
Save Shawn's job. Subscribe and share and do whatever you can.
If we don't,
His job is on
if we don't have 50,000 new subscriptions by the end of October, I'm gone, folks. Please.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm blinking. Help. Help. Thanks for joining us. Tomorrow night is our final report from GC Session, right around 5 o'clock whenever we let out again. Live stream right here on the Adventist Review channel and Facebook. Thanks for joining us. I'm Shawn Boonstra.
I'm Justin Kim. Thanks, you guys.